This is the MLW Radio Network.
Oh, hey, Pod Squad. Award-winning host Josh Shernoff here. Just wanted to say congratulations to the Blue Meanie and Andrew Barnard for 100 episodes of Mind of the Meanie. It's crazy to me. I don't even feel like Andrew has been there for 100 episodes, but man, an accomplishment nonetheless. All kidding aside, I am so proud of the time that I was with Mind of the Meanie. Really wish I could be there today. As you can see from the palm trees behind me, I am in sunny Florida right now for the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, Knuckle Mania 2, which comes to you live on Fight. Anyway, I'm doing the pre-show. So right now I'm just hanging out, getting ready to head down to that show. So unfortunately I'm not able to join you guys because I would have loved to have been there for the 100th episode. But you know what? You never know. I could come by at any moment to yell at all of you who have not joined me at patreon.com/so-says-Shernoff. But that's okay. That's okay, because it's about Mind of the Meanie today. I am, again, I'm so proud of the time that I was with Mind of the Meanie, and so incredibly happy and proud to see what Adam and Meanie have been able to accomplish since I left. The show is getting better and better and better every single week. So here's to 100 more episodes of Mind of the Meanie, and I will see you all soon, whether you like it or not.
This is the Mind of the Meanie. Here are your hosts, the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard.
Peace, world, and welcome everybody to the Mind of the Meanie, your weekly peek into the world according to former WWE superstar and ECW original, the Blue Meanie. We'll cover wrestling, music, movies, sports, and lots of useless knowledge, all contained in the Mind of the Meanie. I am your tour guide, Adam Barnard, and he is the Blue Meanie. Meanie, what is on your mind?
Good morning, Mr. Barnyard.
Wait, hold on. Did you hear that?
No, what? Huh?
You hear that?
What was that?
I'm not sure.
Is that a knocking sound?
I think so. Hold on. Who's
Hello.
Holy Santa Claus shit. We finally brought him in, you guys.
He's in from the green room.
From the green
Oh, my
room.
God.
I'm in from the green room, finally.
Dude, Al, I'm so sorry.
Hey, listen, I'm tired of watching Price is Right, okay? Let's get on.
I can't believe that you're here. How were the cookies in the green room?
I can't believe that you're here. What happened to Josh, Beanie? What is going on? I've been a time warp here in the green room. Hell, I've been in here so long I grew a beard.
So it's funny you ask, Al. So actually, I am the alternate version of Josh from like a different time portal. So like Earth 2, we just had like a quick thing. It was a whole multiverse issue, and now I'm here. So, he, him are the mine. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah. So mine. So it would be or Josh and Josh is. I guess that would be how. There's a whole thing. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Mine are my
Bearded white guys all look the same, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we kind of do. We're interchangeable. Yeah.
mine are stunk.
Stinks. Oh, yeah. Stunk.
Yeah. Al's been in the car with me for 13 hours.
Like emptying a colostomy bag. That just...
See, I've never been
He ain't
in the
lying.
room. I've never been in the room when Meanie's farted before, and I know you've probably traveled a long distance with Meanie.
Be grateful.
We do have a soundboard of my farts.
So I have a couple here, so I can.
Oh, sure.
Yep. And there's that one. This one's a homegrown. And
Brings back such memories. We were in the training school that I had in Lima, Ohio. Okay, and this is a probably 30-foot high ceiling, and they had two ceiling fans that were the equivalent of helicopter blades. All right, when you turn them on, like you could hear them like down the hallway. You'd hear. That's how fast they turned. And he was sitting in the ring, and I was standing on the top rope. He's sitting in the ring and farts, and it defied the laws of physics, and it actually went up against the wind of the fans and struck me in the face as I was standing on the top rope.
And you literally just like wobbled for a second. You did the slow crawl down the top rope.
Yeah.
Dear God, help me, someone. So this was actually not Chevy Chase. This was Al Snow saying this line.
I can't remember what regular air smells like.
Emotionally, it hurt me. It did. It hurt me emotionally.
Well, I was hurt emotionally when you threatened to light me on fire when we were driving back from.
You just kept repeatedly cutting loose in that back seat to the point where you literally stink stained Jason's car to where he finally had to literally get hit by another car to get rid of it. So
yeah.
Wait,
it was like the episode of Seinfeld where there's that smell in the car and they can't sell it, they can't get rid of it. That was thanks to Meanie. That was Jason's car. After that,
you ruined that poor guy's car.
He would put everything in the car from like a bowl of vinegar. But like
charcoal.
Yeah. And if the sun hit the seat just right on a warm day, the ghost of my farts would just rise from the seat.
Oh my God.
The ghost of Meanie's ass would come back out.
That's the episode name right there. Episode 100 with Al Snow, the ghost of Meanie's ass. I love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Literally, Bob Cratchit crawled out of his asshole.
Oh my God, that is outrageous! I can't believe I am always mesmerized by the intestinal fortitude and smells and noises that come out of you. My wife still doesn't believe that they're real, Meanie. Every time I play the soundboard, but the kids love them. So anytime you send new sounds, they love them.
Just because you don't believe in ghosts doesn't make them not real.
That's true. That's true. He's right. Pod Squad, everyone who's joining us right now, Al Snow, we have let him out of the green room for episode 100. It's
fine. Your snacks are terrible in here, so I just want to point that out.
I'm going to blame
we
it
have
on
to
Josh.
restock the vending machine.
I came in when Josh was around, and now he's gone. So, I'm still trying to grasp that.
Yeah.
Al was Leaf Cassidy when he first went in the green room, and now he's Al Snow.
Hell, I was Avatar when I first came in here.
I love you,
I
Al.
walked
Thank you
in
for
with a mask, and then I put it on as I sat down, and people were like, "Wait a minute, you're still the same guy. We saw who you were before you put the mask on."
I'm going to be here a while.
Yeah. We got Pepsi Clear in there for him. Is that what it was? Coke? Is it Pepsi Clear? Yeah. Yeah.
Or Crystal Pepsi. Oh, yeah, something like that.
Crystal Pepsi, whatever it is. But how is that stock? Do we have enough back there? I know that Meanie heavily invested in that for the beginning of the show.
Yeah, well, that's what gives Meanie the gas that he has. So,
hey, if you play your cards right, I might squeeze out a fresh one on air. So,
dude, you did that last time, and you had to cover your face. Like, why would you bomb yourself?
I farted into the mic. I sat down into my cloud, and he captured the cell job. I was like,
I have watched Meanie fart and cup it and sniff it himself, and that smells like broccoli.
It's a nice crisp rip.
That smells like steak, or that's chicken. It's like, no, that's shit. That's what that is.
You smell barbecue?
Oh my God.
The Queen Bee barbecue.
Yeah, I smell barbecue. I smell barbecue only if you've eaten a human being. That's what I smell.
That's possible.
Yeah.
But back to that 13-hour car ride where I destroyed Jason Campbell's car. Whatchamacallit, the best part of that ride was like hour 6 of me nonstop farting, which should have been a promotion. NWA nonstop farting.
Yeah.
We got out of the rest stop. to go get fresh air, and we hit the kid locks, and we trapped Phyllis Lee in the car, so she couldn't get out because he had the old school.
She couldn't get out. She was running. She was fighting in the backseat like a hamster in a habit trail, like struggling.
She looked like Waldo in the Van Halen video for Hot for Teacher when he's at the back window going, ah, ah. But yeah, we got back from it was the NWA tournament. We're driving from Cherry Hill to Lima.
In winter. Keep that in mind because we had to have the windows rolled up.
Oh God, dude! So the heat was on too. On top of that, right?
Oh yeah, the heat was on too. So now you've got cooked ass in the car.
Oh my God!
I knew it was going to be a trick when we pulled up to the toll booth on the Walt Whitman Bridge, and Phyllis goes, "I have to mail a letter." I go, "Well, this is a toll booth, Phyllis. You can't give them your mail."
Yeah, there's no mailbox here. You would.
But
we get back a week later. I'm in my office and I hear a commotion out in the where the ring is. I go out there and Jason Campbell is chasing Brian around the ring, trying to get his hands on him. And I'm like, "What is going on?" And he goes, "My car still smells. My back seat still smells. He ruined my seat." And then a year later, he still had the car. And if the sun hit it just right, the smell would still come out of that seat. So
that is
he
unbelievable.
said, "You come here." I don't know.
Yeah.
First of all, they were cloth
seats.
I can't wrap my mind around how that is. Like, I know I've had some nasty ones in my car before, or in my bed, the ones that linger here. But like, I've never had one that just perpetually lingers for months. I'm like, did you get something on the seat? Was it in Technicolor? Like, what was it?
Yeah. His stench. That's what he got. He got his stench.
Well,
that's what he got on the seat.
Oh my God.
And the ironic thing is the huge hit song at the time was "Linger" by the Cranberries.
Oh my God.
So,
and it lingered.
Yeah, it fucking lingered.
Well,
I'm still popping for the Bob Cratchit line.
Oh my God, yeah. I'm gonna be laughing about that one for a while. Thank you for everyone for joining us for episode 100 of Mind of the Meanie. We are very excited to be here. I see a bunch of the Pod Squad members here on this lovely morning.
I've literally been in the green room for up till episode 100. What the hell is happening? God.
I think we're gonna get a letter from the UN or something like like human rights.
And your not only your snacks shitty, but your Wi-Fi is terrible back here too.
Listen, we got you the upgraded package because we knew that we were going to be doing episode 100, and we were like, why don't we just like...
Clearly you had a coupon.
Comcast has a lot of great specials running right now, so we got you the extra lousy Wi-Fi, not just the lousy stuff, but the extra one. Yeah. Hey, listen, it's my way of saying thank you for all of the time you've waited for us in the green room. So.
Yeah. it's nothing, you know. I had time. I grew a beard, you know. I had time on my hands.
Hey, man. Hey.
We got him the carrier pigeon package of Wi-Fi.
Yeah. The signal will be arriving soon.
Yeah. Password is send a raven.
Yep. Al recorded all of this like 2 weeks ago, and we're finally just receiving the data transmission right now. So.
Yeah.
Boy, I keep waiting to hear the old AOL as we go online.
Oh my God!
Initially, I thought he was broadcasting from the moon, but
me and Neil Armstrong.
Yeah. Holy shit! I'm on the fucking moon.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Meanie, how you doing, man? How are things this week for the Blue Meanie?
This weekend, but you know, I'm happy we're here for episode 100.
Yeah, man.
A lot of podcasts come and go, and I'm grateful that we're here, and then bring my best friend, not only in wrestling but in life, on the show. My big brother that I never had, the guy I'm sure who wanted to kill me a few times, but you know.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Yeah. The only thing is that I couldn't document what would lead up to the murder, because if I did, then it would be completely justifiable homicide.
I see.
Yeah.
Like if I were to go in front of a judge and he were to have witnessed anything, he would have been like, "Hey, I'm amazed you didn't kill him sooner." So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what happens when instead of going to college, I go to wrestling school, and it's my first time away from home. No laws of the grandparents or the mom. I'm running with scissors.
yeah.
But
Thank God there were no
such
cameras back then. In the
imagine
school. Good Lord.
Imagine if Tough Enough recorded
God
Body Slammers.
Yeah. There were, God. Yeah.
Body Slammers was in Lima, Ohio, where they did they based the show Glee out of, which is kind of popped me. But
Lima was also the area where Buckwheat was shot and killed. Was assassinated. Yes, not the real Buckwheat.
Yes, of course. Eddie Murphy. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, was in Lima, Ohio.
Yes.
Yeah.
I recall that very vividly.
That's even better.
Yes.
Right.
You wait. You said not the real Buckwheat. I went, fuck that. You went, no. Eddie Murphy Buckwheat. I went, that's even better.
I don't know what happened to the real Buckwheat, but I know that Alfalfa got stabbed and got killed, but not in Lima, Ohio.
He was involved in all kinds of shady shit. Apparently, I was reading about him, and
he was pretty weird. He was pretty jacked up.
That's crazy.
I was just watching the documentary.
Now, at one point now, Lima, Ohio is the hometown of Phyllis Diller and Hugh Downs, and I knew and I knew. Now I'm the most famous from Lima, Ohio, just simply because they died, and I'm the only one left remaining. So
yeah, absolutely. I feel like that's like by association. That's the way it works. It's like a conga line, right? Like, hey, now I'm here, right?
By attrition, you know what I mean? I just waited them out. I knew at some point they were going to eat bite dirt, and I'd move on. So,
hey, well, listen. Lima, Ohio's favorite son and most famous citizen.
I don't know if I'd go that far as favorite son, but
Mr. Al Snow.
There's a mural. There's a mural in the town, right? There's a mural that they painted on the wall of citizens. There are people on that wall that owned a corner grocery store, and not me.
Whatchamacallit? I just recently watched a Netflix documentary, and there was a famous sanatorium there, maybe like a mental ward for criminally insane there. And there was a gentleman who, a guy who had been arrested. Guy had multiple personalities. Everybody thought he was faking it, but they sent him this thing, and they said Lima, Ohio. I went, holy shit! If I had only known when I lived there, I would have probably went and tried to check it out.
Yeah, it wasn't that far.
Not for room and board, but to actually say it.
Yeah. Go hang out. I had my friend Victor Lewis. His uncle was a guard there at the hospital for the criminally insane, and there was one patient. He would come and tell us stories, and there was this one patient who thought he was Jesus Christ, and he had killed another patient who was in a wheelchair and apparently had taken Jesus's bread, and Jesus decided he wasn't going to turn the other cheek and proceeded to beat the man to death. And the poor guy couldn't even get away because he had the brakes on his wheelchair locked and couldn't move and couldn't escape. And then Jesus basically killed him. So,
wow.
Oh, Christ.
Wow. Oh, Christ is right, Meanie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
Was the bread leavened or unleavened?
This is important.
Well, I think it was fishes and loaves, you know what I mean? So it was fishes and loaves night at the cafeteria, and Jesus wasn't playing. So.
Yeah. Yeah, he had enough of
May
that.
May the blood of Christ compel you. I mean,
Say no more. He was compelled.
He beat the hell out of that guy in the wheelchair.
Oh my God. You could say he lost his religion.
Oh.
Yeah, we waited 3 days, and the guy in the wheelchair did not come back. He did not arise.
So he didn't pull a Lazarus with him.
No.
That's
No,
terrible.
I think the brakes were still on. He couldn't move.
God, he was just laying there for 3 days, and it's like, okay, well, he's actually dead now. So
This guy really knows how to sell.
Little Jimmy Al loves the M&Ms. We got them stocked up with as many as we possibly could. 10 years worth, actually. It's been a long time, 100 episodes.
Yeah, I've ate so many of them. It's giving me the runs.
Yeah, you got it. We got those sugar-free Haribo gummy bears for you as well, because I really wanted to make sure everything was clear for you, because nothing says mind of the meanie like a clean colon. So I was thinking ahead, as I came on board. So
They should change the name from Haribo to Hariblow, because man, do you?
It sounds like hail on a tin roof.
Oh yeah, definitely a colon cleanse for sure.
And it's like a $3 bag for like 160. So if you're freaking constipated, man, just throw a couple of them down and you're hanging on the toilet. You're holding up like a rocket.
Reverse irrigation.
Oh man, I'm feeling clogged. Let me get some of those Haribos.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever laughed that hard reading reviews on Amazon as I did reading about those gummy bears, man. That shit is hilarious.
Yeah.
The ultimate fake out is when I think I see them out in the wild.
Having that shit's not hilarious, let me tell you.
Dude, I ate no sugar jelly beans or low carb jelly beans once, and I had to cancel my day. It was just, yeah.
Why would you do that? Why would you eat them?
I ate. Well, I had to eat the whole bag, of course, and my asshole looked like
because they're low carb,
Yeah. My asshole looked like a shirt sleeve when you try to take off a shirt sleeve and the cuff gets stuck and you just pull the whole shirt sleeve out.
Oh my God.
Your asshole looked like a wizard's sleeve.
And for my next trick.
Well, you guys remember the Olestra, right? The Olestra and the chips that would cause anal leakage. Did you either of you have any issues with that in the pool?
Leakage?
I'd be afraid to do that,
Yeah.
Leakage.
So speaking of Haribo gummy bears and the drizzling shits, one thing that's not the drizzling shits, Meanie, is our friends at Manscaped. Exciting news from our friends at Manscaped. Just launched their 4th generation performance package. This ultimate package includes the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard that right, the 4.0. Manscaped, the leaders in male grooming, have done it again to take your grooming game to the next level. Join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with the new Performance Package 4.0 by going to manscaped.com and get 20% off and free shipping with our brand new promo code MindMeanie. That's right, we have a brand new promo code MindMeanie. The Performance Package 4.0 by Manscaped has arrived, and oh man, it was worth the wait. No longer will you look like you have a button in a fur coat. Everything is going to look great. My nuts are free of nicks and cuts and scratches, so Courtney gets the best package every single time. Hoping the same for you and Mrs. Meanie, sir. How have Manscaped help you keep your balls looking less blue?
Hey, Manscaped keeps me very presentable when I'm out in the wild. Not that I'm walking around, with fully exposed there, but like from the neck up, Manscaped has me looking pretty good. Between the ear and nose trimmer, they got the bath and bath body wash, the shampoo and conditioner all in one. They got me feeling great from my knees down too. Between the foot spray and all that good stuff, Manscaped is the perfect package, the total package, keeping the meanie as sharp and presentable.
And first off, Meanie, I got to tell you, the new Performance Package 4.0, as we just mentioned, includes the new Lawnmower 4.0. This trimmer's insane, and dare I say, the greatest ball trimmer of all time. Yes, Meanie, I said it. Their 4th-generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor, a new multifunction on and off switch that can engage with a travel lock, and gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when you need it for a more precise shave. Did I mention, Blue Meanie, that this thing is waterproof as well? And you thought that was good, but take your grooming game to the next level. It includes the Weed Whacker to chop out the worst weeds up top in your nose and in your ears. Lord knows, the closer I get to 40, the longer my nose hairs are. The Weed Whacker is also waterproof and uses a 9,000 RPM motor-powered 360-degree rotary dual-blade system. So it keeps everything safe in those delicate little holes. Seal the deal with Manscaped's Liquid Formations, their Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant. I use that before I leave the house, and their Crop Reviver Ball Toner for a mid-game ball check. Trust me when I say this, fellas, your balls will thank you. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to the Performance Package 4.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Bring your comfort and boxers to the next level on another level. And don't forget to take care of Little John on the East Side. Boys, get 20% off and free shipping with our new promo code MindMeanie at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the promo code MindMeanie at manscaped.com. Your balls have been through enough the past year and in 2020. Treat them with the best tools for the job from Manscaped. And Meanie, I must say to both you and Al Snow, thank you both so much for the opportunity to read that ad. Read in the middle of the show.
And, Al was kind enough to take a little snack break with the blue M&Ms. We left them there in the green room.
Since this whole episode is about defecation, all right?
People are just staring at Al right now. Like, what the fuck, man?
They want to hear Al's knowledge of the wrestling business.
Went to Boston, right?
Uh-huh.
And this was years ago. And
the Chinese restaurant?
We go to Kowloon's.
Yeah.
You got to go to Kowloon's when you're in Boston, right? And this is my first experience where I find out that Chinese food and I don't mix. Okay. I'll eat Chinese food, but once you pay the bill, hit the button on the stopwatch because the clock's ticking. All right. There's a bomb brewing. So I eat at Kowloon's, and the next morning I get up and I walk down about a quarter of a mile down to this restaurant and I eat breakfast. Now I walk back, and as I walk back, the pressure hits me all of a sudden out of nowhere. Like it's a butt clencher. You know what I mean? And I'm walking alongside the road and there's no place to go. I'm starting to crown already. So,
gingerbread man walked it back to the hotel.
By the time I get into the hotel lobby, I'm doing the gingerbread man walk across the lobby to the elevator, right? Arms akimbo, my feet spread wide, everything I can
having a heart
to use
attack.
every single muscle in my body to keep my gluteus maximus clenched as tight as possible. I get on the elevator and I start to give the meat sweats. Like I am sweating profusely. All right. Just drenched. Luckily, by the time I get off the elevator, the room is like two doors down. I make it into the room. I go right immediately into the bathroom. And as I drop my pants, all right, and I sit down on the toilet, I hear like that. Like a cherry bomb or an M80 had went off inside the toilet. To the point where it scares me and I jump up. I jump up and turn around, and the inside of the toilet bowl looked like a murder scene. Like it was just brown, entirely coated brown. Like in one fell swoop, I literally had a massive explosive, and didn't have to go again for like 3 or 4 days. I mean, everything in me had went out. So
that is it's crazy.
The worst part is the body knows when as soon as you get close to the toilet.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
You got off the elevator. You got off the elevators 2 doors down, but it might as well have been like an Alfred Hitchcock scene. Where
I know. It was that hotel like an accordion. It just started stretching further and further out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, I gotta go.
You're praying to
There's a lady there with a violin.
praying to every deity known to man. Everyone, just please let me make it to this fucking toilet. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not even a religious person. And listen, I was down on I was almost on my knees praying, God, please let me make it.
Yeah,
because it would with that kind of explosive force, I would have blown a hole in the back of my pants. And the material would not have been able to hold up.
Not a material strong enough in this world to hold all that blast power from Al Snow.
Kevlar could not have withstood that shit.
It would have been like that movie Death Becomes Her, where the Goldie Hawn has the hole in her stomach, and you could just like look right through.
Oh yeah.
Well, let me ask you.
You could look right through my asshole all the way up to my head.
Well, let me ask you this because I know I've heard stories about CM Punk. Since we're talking about shit this episode, CM Punk has also talked about shitting himself in the middle of the ring. Have there ever been a situation with either of you? And I guess we'll start with Al, and then we'll go to Meanie, where you've either, gotten really, really close, or oopsie daisy, I went duty in my trunks.
For me, no. I've never one time in 40 years. I've never once. I've never even farted. I've been in the ring, and like Sabu one time went to do a leg drop off the top rope, and I moved, and he hit, and then he went, oh, I gotta go home, and I was like, are you all right? He goes, I shit my pants.
Sabu shit his pants in Trent, New Jersey once against Tommy Dreamer, and they went like another 15 minutes, and I can only imagine it bouncing around those loose pants like a potato in a sack.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Almost like shaking up dog food in a bag.
Good God, man. Good
Shit
God.
my pants.
Yeah. What about you, Meanie? Ever gotten close?
Oh, I have a pair of underwear on the roof of a building in Lincoln, Michigan, or is it Lincoln, Michigan, or wherever?
Yeah.
What's his name? Malcolm Monroe. He used to run this building in Michigan somewhere, but then ECW ran the same building, and I'm working a match with Jason Knight, and we're like second, and he hits me with the clothesline. I take the perfect flat back bump, and then as I'm bumping, I hear, and fucking just like a tater tot just fucking popped out, and we had to go another 10 minutes, and then it got to the point where Jason Snapmare may put me in a chin lock, and I'm just sitting in it, just like,
oh my God,
the smell. So Bill Wiles is managing me, and Bill's at ringside, and he turns to the crowd and goes, man, you guys stink. He thinks it's somebody in the audience. So he goes around to the other side of the ring. He goes, oh my God, do any of you fucking people bathe? And eventually they realized it was maybe I still had to go up and do a moonsault. Took it home, blah, blah, blah. Get back to the locker room, and Sandman stooges off to the whole locker room. Yo, Meanie shit his pants. And then, like, the entire locker room comes into the shower room where I have my tights down, my Daisy Dukes off, and I just have the opposite, because, like, it's like a locker room shower where I'm taking a shower, one here, and I got one over there just spraying my ass like an elephant in the fucking zoo. So it's just... And then, like, Paul comes in, the whole locker room, and they give me the golf clap. Like, there's 2 times I got that golf clap. When I shit my pants in Michigan, and then when my balls fell out on Raw against Goldust.
Oh, my God.
People in the production truck came out and gave me the, ha, 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 ha.
Yeah.
Were you there for that one, Al? When his testis fell out?
Yeah, I was watching on the monitor, and when Goldust went to give him the Shattered Dreams, and he stuck his leg up the rope, and first ball came out of his pants, and then he stuck the second leg up on the rope, and the second ball came out the other side. And he just,
said the
it
camera-
was like they just kind of split and came out each alike.
It's like they said the camera adds 10 pounds. I was like, how many cameras do they have on my balls right now? I was looking up at the Titantron. I felt it happen, and then I watched it happen on the screen.
Oh my God.
In Meanie's defense, quite honestly, like if you're my age, right? The first time you ever saw another man's genitalia was usually when your father was at a picnic and put his foot up on a park bench and out popped one of his balls out of his real short shorts at that time. My dad used to cut his jeans off to make jean shorts and then roll the legs up even further. And every summer I would, it was without a question or a doubt, you were going to see balls pop out, like a hairy little acorn or goose egg just right out there. And they would always put their leg, put their foot. They had to put their foot up on a bench.
Yeah.
Like there are other ways to stand.
Like Captain Morgan.
Yes.
But they'd always Captain Morgan it, and out would there it went. Every time.
My grandfather was good for that, not for his balls, but just he'd put his foot up on something and just scratch his ass. It was like he was digging for fucking gold. There's a radiator. Let me put my foot up.
Yep. I can only commiserate with that. My great grandmother, who was she was 86 when she died. I was, I think, 8, but she used to shower with the door open, but she would just be full Monty, like in the bathroom moving around. And I remember coming up the stairs the one time and seeing what looked like melted taffy. It was just it was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's the upside. That's the upside of getting old. I'm looking forward to it. Where one, I'm going to get old enough to where I look like a small gremlin, and two, that I'm just going to walk around naked all the time. I'm not going to be self-conscious at all. In fact, I'm going to go to the grocery store, just my balls hanging out. I don't care. Just a towel wrapped around me and some shower shoes.
I was going to say, make sure the towel is there. I don't want you to get in any trouble with, public.
Are they filming Bad Grandpa? No, that's just Al. Yeah, at that point, what's it matter? I'm going to look like one of the creatures from Pan's Labyrinth, so it doesn't matter.
They won't even recognize you anyway. A guy that looks like a gremlin who is an Al Snow clone. So
Guillermo del Toro is going to want to cast me in a movie because I'm going to look, And just so you guys are aware, and I've made this public knowledge, like I've decided I'm going to make it to 97 and then I'm tapping out. Like at 97, that's it. I'm done. So.
Any specific?
That was a good year.
Any specific reason at 97 though? Is there a reason for that specific number?
Who wants to go any further? I mean, really, quite honestly.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. It's
time to go home.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
Turn the lights off, lock the doors, get the hell out.
I would get up to 97 and then 364 days and then be like, all right, I'm good. I've had enough time. This is enough here. I'm good.
I just get to 97 and 97 and 1 minute. I'm done.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That's good.
No, if you blow the finish at like 1 minute, do you wait till 2 minutes and then just like, shit, like to do it on the dot? They're just like,
At the right time. Nobody's going to go there at that point. So got to go.
Is Jack Lanza going to come in the room with a pencil in his mouth going, take it home, take it home, take it home?
Pulling his tie.
Yeah. Somebody's going to come in. All right, Al.
We're going to get the ear over here too. Get the ear? Yeah.
Time to go.
God damn, Al, it's time to go. Come on, pull the ear and pull in the ear.
Yeah, time to go.
I meant to ask you, I know as someone who was in the news recently, I know that you were on CNN several years back for the head controversy. I know that Meanie and I have spoken about my newsworthiness with CM Punk. How does it feel to be such a public celebrity on CNN like that and just look up at the gym and see yourself on the television? They're talking about you. It's just crazy, right?
We were riding together that day.
Yeah. Both Meanie and I, we were in Philadelphia for Raw. And I don't think either one of us were aware at the time of the massive controversy that took place with when they, two women who were assistant professors of communications at a college in Georgia, without doing any homework, without doing any research, decided to espouse their opinions about the action figure that Walmart carried, and wrote a letter to the Atlanta Constitution. And then, of course, it's a prime example of, I tell people all the time, newspapers and television news are not in the business of disseminating information. They're in the business of selling newspapers or getting you to watch television news. So, wrestling was very popular at the time, was very hot, very mainstream. And so, of course, the Atlanta Constitution's, here's an opportunity for us to sell newspapers. And it became a national news event. And effectively, before cancel culture really got started, I got canceled. My action figure is still number 5. There are 23 things that Walmart has decided they will never sell because of it being a danger to the community. And my action figure is number 5 on that list. Number 1 is pregnant Barbie. Well, they said it was a severed woman's head, and that it was, and I quote, a training manual for future spousal abusers. Which I did suggest to Jax that they include one of those with the action figure going forward, but they thought that was bad marketing. So
I could see how that might drum up some things, but
yeah. But I figured if they're going to accuse me of it, why not? And what was really ironic was 2 weeks later, Johnny Depp's movie Sleepy Hollow had premiered. And they actually had Sleepy Hollow action figures that had 2 actual severed human heads in the package, and nobody said a word. Nobody cared. It was absurd. But it's only gotten worse from there. But that was the day. I don't know, Brian. I think you were with me when we walked in, and Vince was talking to Tommy Blodgett, a writer. And he turns around and sees Brian and I come in. And he goes, "Al, what have you been doing?" And, laughing. And he's walking up to me. And I go, "Vince, I have no clue." And as I said, "No clue," the look on his face changed. And he just turned around and walked back to Tommy Blodgett, and just stopped having a conversation with me.
Yeah.
What? He just stopped in the middle of the conversation.
Who does that? You know what I mean? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Good. And then just turn around, walk away.
And the best part about it is, we're in Philly. We're driving to the gym. We go to the gym, we work out, and we're sitting there on the ellipticals or the bikes riding. I look up, I point to the TV, I go, "Al, you're on TV." And you look up, I run over, I hit the volume button.
Yeah.
And then the whole rest of the day was like, "Meanie, how does it feel to be in the car with headline news?"
CNN's Al Snow. Yeah.
Meanie, how does it feel to be driving a car with headline news in your passenger seat? Or something like that. I was like, I feel pretty good, Al.
It was insane because it was on, remember, it was on every station in Philadelphia. The top 3 news stories, this sounds ridiculous. The top 3 news stories were the Philadelphia mayoral process, okay?
Yep.
The Bosnian peace talks, and that my action figure had been banned from Walmart.
That is.
And no particular order. Sometimes mine was the top story. Time magazine did an article on it. It was for a week and a half. Rush Limbaugh commented on it. Jay Leno, it was in his opening monologue. David Letterman. It was insane. It was just insane.
Is that bizarre, though? I mean, honestly, is that bizarre to hear so many different people talking about you in that way? Or is it just you're just "All right, it's another day at the office"?
It was surprising. Yeah, it was really, and I wish I had known then what I know now, and I could have capitalized on it to a much greater extent. But it was just, it's not surprising in the stand. We still deal with this to this day and even worse now because of social media. that, people have a sense, they're very emboldened, because they have a sense of anonymity and invulnerability to any repercussions, and they can make accusations in a public forum and not face any repercussions for it. And then it creates almost like a Salem, like a witch trials type of atmosphere where, you could just point at somebody and scream, witch, she's a witch. And then, the community goes along with it without any due process or proper investigation. It's just that somebody makes a claim or an accusation and everybody just gets whipped up into a frenzy and jumps on board. And that's literally what happened, was that two women without, again, I can't emphasize enough, without doing any proper investigation or research or homework, decided to espouse, just open their opinion in a public forum, and then a knee-jerk reaction. Walmart, along with all of the other major Target, at that time Toys R Us, KB Toys, etc. They all banned the action figure because Walmart had taken that step as well over nothing but an assumption, of an unwarranted claim that was made in a public forum, and that everybody then just went, well, of course, so it was said, so it must be true, and nothing could be, because I never refer to head as anything other than asexual. I never referred to it as a male or a female. I never referred, I never interacted with head as anything other than what it was, which was its own character. And they just, because it was a Barbie doll like head that they put in the package to simulate head being there with me, as the action figure, they just assumed that it was violence against women. The same thing. If Brian, you remember we ECW, we ran that college. I forget what college it was, and they had put my picture on the poster where I was holding the head by the base, so it looked like, around the neck, and it looked like I was choking the head, but I wasn't choking. I was just holding it.
Right.
And remember, a big women's group came and protested that night, the show, because they said it was promoting violence against women. Like I'm sure someone, some guy who has probably never been considered striking someone of the opposite sex saw my action figure and went, oh my God, and drove home and his wife went, hey, I made mashed potatoes. He goes, what? You made mashed potatoes? And starts pounding her head because he saw my action figure.
Which is a logical step from, seeing those posters.
Obviously.
Totally.
Not the massive amounts of violence that we're inundated with on a regular basis on TV. No, my action figure is what finally tripped the trigger, and the guy decided to punch Ethel at home. So
Jesus Christ. So I guess, Meanie, what did it feel like for you to be in the car with Headline News? Just as a sort of a tie-in to that. Was it exciting? Was it exhilarating, breathtaking? Like, what was it? I'm sure you were a little starstruck, right?
Well, there was a bunch of different emotions because we're in my hometown of Philly,
right?
And then for the longest time before Al started, building himself from Lima, Ohio, Al used to be billed from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And when I first started training with Al, I was like, what's the deal with Philly? You said Philly. He's like, it's just a work. Because I was going to start quizzing him, how do you like your cheesesteak, pal? Just
cooked is what he would say. Cooked.
Tony Luke's. I like Tony Luke's.
Yes, absolutely. I might go there today.
Lucky. Actually, I'll be in Philly later today, so maybe I'll meet you there.
Yeah, I love Tony Luke's.
But it was frustrating because I know Al, and I know the origins of the head. And I knew what the head was. The head was just one of those heads they use at hairdressing school to snip hair. And he just happened to find one at the ECW arena when they do the mummers floats and stuff like that. There's like a whole bunch. like the backstage at ECW Arena was just like a graveyard of like tables and props from the Mummers Parade floats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he was just rummaging around, like, you know, it looked like the end of the world, and you're just rummaging around looking for supplies, you know. And he found the head, and I think there's a really good photo of me, you, and Great Sasuke with the from that day. Maybe you had the head, something like that. I'll have to dig that up, but yeah, it was infuriating because I knew the real story of the head. I know Al's a human being. Al, and I'll fucking fight anybody for Al, because Al, you know, was my big brother. You know, like anytime I wanted to quit, you know, give up, Al would pull me aside. Like the first day I taking bumps at wrestling school, I would do the forward bump, and I kept hitting my heels first, and it was giving me shin splints. I rolled out without saying a word, sat down. He came in and sat down next to me. He goes, "All right, what's wrong?" You know, and he would give me like this big brotherly, you know, talk and get me back in there and motivate me to keep going. So if it wasn't for Al, I wouldn't be here today. So that day, you know, I had made it to ECW. I made it to WWE, traveling with my best friend. And just to see this stuff on the news that I know isn't true, you know, about how it influences people to do bad things. It's like, look, if you're going to do something bad, that's probably something that's been ingrained in your psyche already. You know, you're already predispositioned. Is that the word?
Yeah, predisposed. Yeah,
you're predisposed to have that. Yeah, to have that in your nature. You know, like me, I'm predisposed to stare at the clock and eat a sleeve of cookies. You know, just in my fucking nature. You know, 2:00 in the morning, full of, you know, Lee Yingling or PBR. I'm just going to stare at the clock and eat the cookies, and while Tracy yells, "Go the fuck to bed."
Yep.
You know.
Well, if I could paraphrase for Brian, you know, I'm pretty confident I know how he felt, because when I would look over and he was driving, I'd see his nipples were erect and, you know, pushing through his shirt. That's how excited he was.
I figured,
so,
yeah. Chicken.
He could have dialed a rotary phone, and we had those back then.
I was a one-man turntable. DJ Meanie just.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So, Pod Squad, we are not doing an Ask Meanie today since it's a special episode, but if you'd like to ask Meanie and Al any questions, feel free to fire away.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us today on this special episode. And we appreciate Real Dad, Josh Shernoff, giving us a hello at the beginning of the episode as well. We're very excited. Wish he could have been here today, but he is currently tied up in other endeavors.
When I finally escaped the green room,
the commie bastard, he left. He leaves as you get out, so he can't deal with the consequences. Like I said, I'm going to pass whatever resolution that the UN sends about the human rights violations that happened to Al Snow. I'm just going to send it over to him at Fight TV and let him deal with it. Like, that's his problem.
Amnesty International was actually pleading my case.
Yeah, I heard. It's again, national news for the second time, this time on behalf and defense of Al Snow. So, you know, Josh Shernoff can, you know, we'll send it to him.
Al Snow was in the green room so long, Paul Simon wrote a song about it.
They were gonna do another "We Are the World" campaign for me.
Oh my God.
He's in the green room.
There's Bob Dylan in the back, just not interested in singing at all. He's just there to collect a check and then get on his way.
Yeah, the shitty Wi-Fi in here.
Listen. Again, we will send all tweets to Josh after the show today, and we'll make sure that he is aware of his mistakes here. So, but Meanie, what's going on with you, man? Any other news and business in the world and the mind of the Meanie?
I'm just happy that Al's here. You know, we don't never to let Al know we never do guests. Yeah. So to bring somebody on, they got to be pretty special, you know. And you know, you
well, I appreciate it. I really do. I'm very grateful, and I'm glad that I can finally leave this goddamn green room. So thank you guys. I really.
No, seriously. I mean, there was a time we were at Body Slammers Wrestling Gym, And Al goes, "Oh, we have somebody coming over from New Zealand," and a female coming over from New Zealand, and we're all 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, and we're like, "Oh yeah." We're going to get like Rachel Hunter, because she's from New Zealand. She's a model. And turned out she showed up looking like Dick the Bruiser. And then I don't even want to say her name just in case she's still out there listening. I don't want to, ruin her day. Like she could probably be feeling good and she hears this and she, she turns into Darth Vader getting turned down for a bank loan to start the Death Star, But so she shows up and she's just like, a prick. Wow. And one night there's like
you and her did not get along. You two did not get along. No.
So we're like, she left. Long story short, she left.
The day that you asked her, hey, are you going out on a date? And she was like, no. Why you asking? Well, you're walking funny. You must have curlers in your hair. Oh, God.
Young 20-year-old Meanie did not give a fuck.
I love it, dude. I love it. Because the person that I know right now, you're just this like calm, collected guy. And then I hear this stuff and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. It's incredible, man.
It was a good line. It was a good joke. You know what I mean? And it came out of nowhere. And you could see her, like, it like verbally, it like looked like it physically struck her. Like he had punched her in the face. I mean, the look on her face made it even funnier.
And normally I'm not like that, but she was such a prick. It's like she comes from the world of martial. She came from the world of like martial arts, and she did like a tough woman contest when she was there, and she took everything so seriously that like if somebody goofed up and we, somebody farted on the sunset flip and we giggled, she got mad and stormed off. You gotta be serious. And she would go to people in martial arts. Do they laugh and all this stuff? Because she
sounds awesome at parties, dude.
Yeah, it was brutal. So like we had a mutiny. Like when she left, like she still had food in the fridge, and like one night we're like, "Fuck it, I'm throwing our eggs off the roof." So I
had the cops called me because you idiots were throwing shit off the roof of the building.
Oh my God!
And I had to go down there and like 2:00 in the morning, and put a stop to it.
Oh my God!
Well, here's the thing. I went up to throw eggs off the building, and then the other knuckleheads that were with me, which I'll save them public embarrassment. They're like, "Oh, let's start throwing rocks." And I said, fuck that. And I powdered back in. So after that, we went out and to get something to eat. And like the cops were at the door. We're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
So they come up and they start asking us questions. And they're looking around for evidence. And there's this staircase that went from next to the elevator shaft that went upstairs to the roof, to the door. And the guy goes, I found evidence. And he found like a nest with like bird eggs. I was like, you thought we threw bird eggs off the... I was like, that's why I learned that, like,
Jeez.
That's when I learned that small town cops, I love the police, don't get me wrong, but there's different levels of what they're looking for. Like in Philly, if I was throwing eggs off the building, they'd be like, let them. We're
get the fuck out of here.
We're hunting murderers. Yeah, we're looking for murderers. Sorry.
Right.
The day I got a parking ticket for parking the wrong way on the 2-way street, I was like, oh, I forgot where I'm at, just, but, that night, Al, wanted to kill me. And thankfully his wife, Pam, at the time, she talked him out of it. But, that's just a testament to, Al as a coach, as a teacher. He's, he was able to, write me in point me in the right direction, get me on the right path. Not that I was like this outlaw kid or anything, but like, Al was my big brother, man. And that tested his patience, but like Al was just still, willing to teach and, forgive. Yeah. And, I'm forever grateful that, Al didn't kill me because at this time Al was training Dan Severn for the fucking UFC, so he easily could have just tied me up and hid me, and nobody would have known better, But yeah. Brian's still training. 10 years later, Brian's still training.
In honor here of episode 100, I'm going to crack my seltzer here. Al, did we leave you any seltzer in the green room, or did you drink it all?
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Okay, so I'll get Josh to send some over for you. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and crack it. Meanie, are you ready, pal?
Yes.
3.
In honor of our 100th episode.
3, 2, 1. There it is. Nice and crisp and refreshing. Al, can you smell it?
Yeah. I can.
I bet you're thirsty, aren't you?
Well, after being in the green room this long, yeah, I am. And being dehydrated from eating Haribo's. Yeah.
You look great though for being so dehydrated. So
that's when you literally shit like a goose, you have a tendency to lose a lot of weight.
It's like an oil slick. I know what I'm sending Al as a thank you gift for being here. Little Jimmy from Nebraska had 2 questions for you guys today, and then I had a part 1B to that. So news today broke that The Undertaker is going into the WWE Hall of Fame in the class of 2022, and he wanted to know you guys' thoughts on that.
I say congratulations, and yeah, I think that was just an inevitability. I mean, if somebody had deserved to be in the Hall of Fame, Undertaker certainly does. Absolutely, without a question or a doubt.
I concur with Al. When you talk about longevity of a career, and that the guy, the Undertaker, stayed loyal to WWE even through the lean years, even through the Monday Night Wars where people were tempted to jump. He never even considered jumping to the competition, and he stayed loyal to WWE and Vince, and Vince took note of that, and I'm sure Vince really appreciated that he was WWE through and through. So, I mean, Undertaker should have his own wing in a WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Little Jimmy's second question is for Al. How was Josh Shernoff's wrestling back in OVW?
Josh wasn't terrible. He was good. He was in the process of learning and developing. He just he came in at a time where John Lewis had an agenda where they were making the shift or the change from the developmental system that they had, and then where they had multiple different groups, and they were doing it into one centrally located training center like what they have now with NXT. And so he came in just as that relationship was coming to an end, and so I didn't really get a whole lot of opportunity to spend a lot of time with him or be around him that much.
Andrew Bailey wanted to say, Mr. Snow, I just wanted to let you know that I enjoy watching the YouTube videos with you discussing wrestling psychology. They're fantastic. He also wants to know who were some of the wrestlers that you were closest with in your WWE and ECW runs.
Well, obviously Meanie, and Chris Candido was a great friend. I always miss him. And I was, I think quite honestly, Brian, I think both of us were. We were, I think it's hard to pick just one or two people, you know what I mean?
Right.
I think we were close with everybody in the locker room to some degree or another, So
that ECW locker room was like the land of misfit toys,
That's what I call literally when I first got there, I was like, this is the island of misfit toys. Like, we're all broken and we don't fit anywhere else, but we found a home there. So.
But there was so much talent in that room, and
sure.
Dude, I remember the day I found out you were coming to ECW. It was at the old Holiday Inn on Packer Ave. We walk into the restaurant, and you're just sitting there. I'm like, holy shit! It felt like Christmas morning, And the fact that the fact that I started my career with you. We had many like I've said a million times on this podcast, I learned more on the car rides with Al Snow than probably the time we spent in the ring. But like I got to spend time with you on the Indies when I first broke in, and then with ECW, and then WWE, we rode together all the time. So it's important to have somebody when you're traveling that you feel a kinship with and relate to, and not want to murder. Just because it's easy to people hop from car to car. Oh, so and so's getting on my nerves. Oh, so and so won't shut up. But like Al Snow was always that constant in my career, and God knows I don't know where my career would be without him.
I have enjoyed watching the two of you interact here. This is a unique experience for me. It's been a lot of fun. Al, where can everybody find you on your social media platforms? Because I want to make sure we can follow you, and to follow up to make sure that obviously you're safe in the green room, because I know we're going to downgrade you to the lousy Wi-Fi again, but also where they can send you the Haribo sugar-free gummy bears to keep you clean and fresh and make sure everything is clean there.
I don't know about fresh, but definitely clean. Yeah. You can follow me at The Real Al Snow on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. I've joined TikTok, and I've started doing videos where I discuss psychology, terms. I call it the lost art of professional wrestling, because it's things that have not been, people misuse and misunderstand a lot of the terms and things that we've used for decades, and for generations in this business. You don't understand the very terms that they use or the concept behind the terms anymore. So I discuss those things, and hope to give, if you're a fan of wrestling, I hope to give you a better appreciation of it. And if you're a performer, then I hope that it will help to carry on the art of professional wrestling. So it's The Real Al Snow, because yes, there were some fakes. And if you are out there and you're listening, you want to fake beam me, I'm just going to message you and go, look, aim the bar higher. I mean, if you're going to fake being a celebrity, why be me? So
like George Clooney or, Brad Pitt.
Yeah, be George Clooney or Brad Pitt, Barack Obama or somebody. I mean, for Christ's sakes, you're thinking maybe I can slide under the radar, but I noticed. So,
Meanie, where can everyone find you? As always, sir, thank you for your time and your energy here at the Mind of the Meanie, and congratulations to you on 100 episodes. I feel like I have only been here for about a cup of coffee or two, but I am extremely happy and honored to be carrying on the torch with you on this program. Where can everyone find you? And Mad Cat Beard Care, right?
Yeah, actually, I have a line of beard care products at madcatbeardcare.com. Go over there, get yourself some beard oil, get some beard balm. All the proceeds go to helping cats. The gentleman who runs it, Josh, he rescues cats. He takes them to the vet, nurses them back to health, and he does a lot of great things. So go to madcatbeardcare.com and get yourself some beard care products. If you want to follow me on all social media across the board, it's at Blue Meanie, BWO. If you want to support the Blue Meanie, go to prowrestlingtees.com/Blue Meanie. If you also want to support me and Al, go to collarandelbow.com collarandelbowbrand.com, and then use the promo code Meanie, or what's your code, Al?
Snowman.
Use Al's use code Meanie, or use code Meanie or Snowman and save 10% on your t-shirts. And if you want to support not Josh, Mr. Adam Barnard, where can they find you, Adam?
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at thisisgoober. Yes, it's a brand. No, I'm not changing it. I'm keeping it forever, pal. You can also listen to my separate program, Foundation Radio, by going to foundationradio.net. My interview with Rob Van Dam is up right now. You can check that out. Thanks to all the sites that picked it up and gave me some attention on that. Obviously, we're not talking CNN attention like Al gets every time something happens, but, it's good enough. It works. It works. Yeah, but you can go to
Major headline news, buddy. Major headline news.
You can go, This is Goober at Instagram and on Twitter as well. You can also go to prowrestlingtees.com/Foundation Radio to pick up a t-shirt and support the show. Don't forget the new promo code for Manscaped is MindMeanie, and you can get 20% off plus free shipping using promo code MindMeanie. Blue Meanie, anything else you'd like to say before we wrap it up and before we kick Al back to the green room?
Yeah.
First of all, Al, I know your time is precious, and I appreciate you taking time out of the green room to join us. But seriously, thank you to Al. Thank you to the Pod Squad who stuck with us through 100 episodes. Like I said, like I forgot to mention, you can go to patreon.com/mindofthemeanie, where you can pay to watch us record the show each and every week. Whether you're on Patreon or you download for free, I appreciate everybody giving their time to this podcast because we're at episode 100, and what better way to top it off than to have the man who's the reason why I'm in the wrestling business and one of my big brothers, Al Snow, here for episode 100.
Well, thank you, guys. I got to hop off here. My battery's about to go dead, unfortunately, because the Wi-Fi here in the green room. I hate to beat a dead horse, but gee, Christmas.
Well, listen, we'll try to fix the electrical outlets for you as well. But Al, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your time.
I love you.
Really appreciate it.
Love you, Meanie.
See you soon.
I love you, brother.
Talk to you later, guys.
All right. So for Al Snow and the Blue Meanie, I'm Adam Barnard. Join us again each and every week as we take a trip to the mind of the Meanie. Peace.
Blue World Order.
This episode of Mind of the Meanie was recorded and produced by Adam Barnard and was engineered by Carl Pinnell. Additional production and narration provided by Sam Krebs. Our executive producers are Josh Shernoff, Adam Barnard, and the Blue Meanie. Our opening theme is performed by the Swamp Candles. Our closing theme is performed by Chikara. The show contains original music produced by Enrichment. Get additional bonus content by becoming our patron on Patreon at patreon.com/mindofthemeanie. And follow us on Twitter and Instagram at mindofthemeanie. This has been a Butts Carlton media production in conjunction with the MLW Radio Network. Butts Carlton, proprietor.
Blue World Order.
Dad, why is Blue Meanie's brain out?
The world of MLW Radio never stops.